one has perfected the art of writing a real page-turner, quite like author Jackie Collins. And her latest book, Dangerous Kiss, oh, we've been talking about kissing, is another chapter in the life of her wildly popular heroine, Lucky Santangelo. And we won't tell you the ending, although Star is almost there. But this time, Lucky makes a big decision to... Well, never mind. We'll let you read about it. So please welcome back to The View our pal, Jackie Collins.
Hi, Joy.
Okay.
Oh, it's so much fun to be back.
The book is called Dangerous Kiss, and here we are talking about kissing just coincidentally.
Yes.
Do you remember your first kiss?
I absolutely do. I was 13, and I used to play truant from school every day and go to Leicester Square in London, and there was this gorgeous usher in the movie house, and there was a Doris Day and Rock Hudson movie playing, so I saw it like 5 times in a row, and he finally got the message, this usher, and we had a dangerous kiss in the back of the cinema. It was great, yes. Then he found out I was only 13 and it was over.
Oh, well. Easy go. You know...
Excuse me?
Sorry. I didn't really mean that. No. This book, and with Lucky Santangelo, and I am just so impressed by anybody who can write, period. And you write book after book. How do you do it? Do you have the plot in mind? Do you... Tell us what the process is.
I have no idea what I'm going to do. I sit down with the characters and they take me on a wild trip.
Really? You don't say, first she's going to do this, and then the ex-husband's going to come back as he does, and then there's going to be a...
I got so many letters about Lucky that I knew I had to bring her back. Well, Star knows. And so back she came, and she owns a studio in Hollywood, Panther Studio. She's married to the gorgeous Lenny Golden, 3 little kids. She's the woman who's got everything. She's the woman that other women would love to be because she's like a James Bond for women.
And she's also moral.
She's also moral. Yeah.
But
her daddy is a mobster. Go ahead.
What I wonder is, do you sit down every day from 9 to 1 and, you know, close the door and use a computer?
I write in longhand, which is very tough, really. And I roll out of bed at 6 o'clock and I start with the characters before I get dressed. It's not a pretty sight. Before I have coffee, nothing. I'm there and I do a couple of sentences and then I go and get dressed and have coffee. And I come back because the characters are already, you know, on their way. I'm sorry, I'm turning my back to you.
That's okay.
Meredith. And so Lucky, when she came back, I didn't know what was going to happen to her. I didn't know where I was going to go, but of course she has Lenny. She has Alex Woods in the background. What do you think of Alex Woods?
I'm not liking him yet, because I'm a big fan of Lenny and Lucky together, okay?
Yes, well, I know, so am I. And I thought, this book, I will kill off Lenny, and she will have some freedom to do whatever she wants. No. The guy wouldn't go. No. I mean, I'm writing away. He wouldn't go. Last book, I had him trapped in a cave. I was going to kill him off then. He wouldn't go.
What do you mean he wouldn't go?
The characters
she's
tell me what to do.
By them. She's ruled by her characters.
Yeah.
Which leads me to some other question. A lot of writers draw on real life in their books. Do you do that yourself? And if you do, does anyone ever get mad at you because they can recognize
you know what
themselves?
I do? I watch this show every morning, and boy, do I get some real life from you in particular. Hey, that underwear thing was pretty cool. I guess people are still mentioning it.
Next book. Yeah.
But has anyone gotten turned on you for
Hollywood Wives? They got mad.
Yeah, Hollywood Wives. Barbara remembers that because I remember when I first met Barbara, and we were coming out of a restaurant, and she was with a close friend of mine, and I always take like fun snaps in Hollywood. I've always got a little camera, and I went to take a picture of this friend of mine with Barbara, and she kind of like moved away. I could see her thinking, Hollywood Wives.
But they got together. I remember a bunch of the Hollywood Wives whom I knew.
Yes.
Got together and wanted to do a whole article on this to say, we're not like that. Remember that?
Exactly, because they said that I portrayed them giving great charity and riding around in Rolls Royces. So they got in their Rolls Royces and let this English documentary company film them. And everybody was saying, well, this is exactly what Jackie wrote. What are you objecting to?
Everybody thinks they know what Hollywood is all about, but what do you think is the biggest myth about Hollywood?
I think the biggest myth is that there's nobody happy there. There's so many happy people, and Barbara knows so many people there too, but there's some great marriages, and if I wrote about them, you'll be bored by page 3. You'll be going, what is this, you know? But there's some great marriages, like the Tony Danzas. They have a fabulous marriage. To go in the other direction, the Billy Wilders, he's 90-something, the legendary director. They've been married for like 50, 60 years or something.
Well, where's he going to go now? You know what I mean? Sure, he's happy. That's
well, hey, wait a minute. You know, guys can go anywhere. They can be, you know, on a walker at 100.
That's true.
There's still some girl that's trying to say, breathing. Oh, he's so great. You know, he's breathing. You're right.
If he's got money and he's breathing, there's a 28-year-old who says, oh, darling, I'd rather have 6 months with you than 12 years with
Exactly.
You
exactly.
have a good relationship that's been going on.
Yeah.
You never get married. You just got engaged
We
for
just
7
love
years or
being
something.
engaged. You know what's great about being engaged? You go to dinner parties and you're sat together. So if you're married, they
always
separate you, as
separate
you
you.
well know.
Really?
So
Do
we
you want to
like
get
that.
married?
Star's very interested in that. Really, she said, yeah, being engaged is good because being engaged is a great commitment. You're together, and yet, you know, you can have this wonderful.
And you have a ring to
I do,
prove
but I
the-
don't travel with it.
So you're actually engaged with a ring. It's not
Yes,
just a
a
discussion.
big diamond
I see.
ring.
Do you
She's
live
in the bank.
Do you really think Jackie would be engaged without a
Ask
diamond
if,
ring?
I don't want to ask this because I'm too polite. Ask if they live together.
Do you and
Yes.
the man live together?
Of course we do. He has his house and I have mine, and we kind of, you know, chop and change, and we go to his house, which is very romantic, and my house, which is very modern. Actually, we have a fabulous time together. He's a great guy. He's like a hero from one of my books, Frank.
Wow.
Frank Calganini.
Oh,
Tall,
really?
dark,
So
and handsome, and Italian.
The next book has
Oh,
Frank.
she knows Italian men.
Yeah,
I can
right.
see her face lit up. She's going, oh, what's she doing with an Italian?
Well, because I grew up in Italian. I'm
Oh, you did? Do you have
Jewish.
brothers?
Yeah.
So
No.
Oh.
the next book, has an Italian lover, and the heroine doesn't wear underwear. But in the meantime, if you want a real good read, you know you can count on Jackie Collins. And the new book is called Dangerous Kiss, and we're going to see them all over the beach and under the umbrellas and a few other places. Thank you, Jackie, for
Thank
being
you.
with us. We'll be
So
right
much fun
back.
to be here.
It's so good.
I love the book